What's good, YouTube? Akil here, back with another video, and today I got another trip to the thrift for you guys. And I was actually supposed to put this out a couple days ago, but we are going to be launching our wine company really soon, so be on the lookout for that. Flipnarrative.com. I'll make sure I put all the links in the description once we launch the website. But like I said, if you guys haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, y'all, so we're gonna hit up the shoe section first as usual, and first up came up on this pair of Thursday boots. And I used to really love Thursday boots. They sent me a few boots when I was doing more menswear blogging a few years ago. They sent me like 5 pairs, and ever since then I've been a huge fan. So anytime I come across their brand, especially in the thrift, I usually would grab it up to sell, because these should bring in at least $100, maybe 90 to 80. But once I clean this up a little bit, just use the suede brush and kind of bring those back to life, I should get at least $100 for those. So next came up on this pair of New Balance shoes. These are actually for men, but someone put them in the women's section, so I was thinking of grabbing these up, but once I seen that price for $20, I walked around the store with it for a little while, but I ended up putting them back, only because I don't think this particular style is going to bring in just a decent amount of profit. It might, but for $20 I don't think it's worth it. So this was another nice find. Came up on this pair of KDs. I believe these are the KD 6s or 7s. I'm not really sure. I'm not a fan of KD or his shoes for that matter. So once I seen these and once I seen the condition, I decided to grab these up. Even though these were also pretty pricey, I know that some of these in this similar condition sold for about $100. So for me, I'll probably price mine closer to maybe 80 to 90 and just wait for the right buyer to come along. But I don't expect these to sell fast. Next came up on this Alpine Stars leather jacket, and I love this brand. Anytime I can find this brand, I automatically know it's going to be selling for at least anywhere between $100 maybe $200 depending on what it is. This one was in really good shape, no damage to the leather at all, and I tend to find more of these types of jackets during the summer, and once the weather changes, these are really hard to come across. So I'm definitely going to grab this one up. They were asking about $35 for this one, but I should be able to get at least $150, so definitely got to grab that up. Next came up on this pair of Jordan 1s. I think these are the Gym Reds, but I don't really remember because these are a little older. I know they were supposed to have a strap with these, and as you guys can see, they were asking like $70 for these. So that additional 20% off discount that Goodwill tends to give when they send you that email, that's going to come in handy for this pair in particular. But I don't expect these to sell for more than maybe 110. So not a ton of profit, but I don't find Jordan 1s often in the thrift, so I got to grab those up. So next thrift store, had to take a break from Goodwill for a couple minutes here, but found this box of these Panasonic phones, and these are like old landline phones, but believe it or not, these still have a ton of value. I usually split these up anytime I find these brand new like this. I'd sell all the phones individually and all the charging bases individually, and then I'll sell the main base. I'll sell that separately as well. So all in all, for that $5 investment, I should easily be able to turn that into maybe $90. Same thing with this is just a different model, but this one looks in really good shape. It might be open box as well. They probably just put this one in another box, so I'm gonna grab that up as well. And here was this PS4 controller. This is one of those things that I always grab them up when I can find them, but so far I had to accept 2 returns with these PS4 controllers because they had a lot of stick drift, and of course the customer didn't want that, so I ended up having to get a couple returns with these. But for $1.99, I still think it's worth it to grab that one up, even if I sell it for parts at $20. So this is a great example of some of the things on eBay that just kind of goes down in value over time. When I first started selling those routers, those were selling for right around $60 to $70, but now they're selling for right around $30 all day. So if I can find the power supply for that one, I'll still grab that up. And here's one of these old Sony radios. I tell you guys all the time, these old Sony stuff always has some good value, and this one actually sold while I was recording this video. Sold for $40 plus $8 shipping, so definitely gonna have to get that shipped out on Monday morning. Next up came up on this Helly Hansen jacket, and this is a brand I used to pass on pretty often, but for $5 I figured why not, let me go ahead and take a chance on this. At the very least, I should be able to sell this for maybe $30, maybe $35 if I'm lucky. I just know there used to be a ton of these listed and just way too much competition, but it doesn't seem like there's too many listed right now, so I'll try to get at least $30 for this piece. So back in Goodwill, and this is a vest that I ended up passing on this because, as you guys can see, there was some just some weird like wrinkles to this leather. I don't know if it was maybe wet or what, but it definitely was like a minor flaw. So I ended up passing on this, but just a good brand for you to be on the lookout for. Cigarro West by Roper. These vests usually sell for right around 30, sometimes $40. So like I said, I passed on this one, but still be on the lookout for those. So this was a crazy find. Came up on this vintage Champion Crewneck sweater, and this one was just in really good shape, fully embroidered on the chest. Stuff like this, I don't find this often because I just think most people aren't donating Phoenix Sun stuff right now, especially since they were just in the finals. And I'm in Arizona, so I tend to come up on certain Phoenix Sun stuff, but nothing of really good value. So something like that, I'm gonna price that for at least 100, maybe $120, and just wait for the right buyer to come along. I know it's gonna sit for a while since I'm pricing it super high, but that's what the comps say, and I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with that. Here was this pair of pants from Rain Spooner. I usually only sell their shirts, but I should be able to get $30 for this pants. So even though it's kind of pricey, I'll still grab it up. Next was this car radio, and I believe this one is for Jeeps or just maybe anything with Chrysler. But these, I usually wouldn't pick these types of stuff up, but this one was in really good shape. Looks like everything is there. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this up. It even came with a remote, and they were only asking $5 for this. So at the very least, I'll be able to get $80 for this, but I'll probably price mine on the higher end and just wait for the right buyer to come along. Here was some brand new ink. Anytime I find these, even if the warranty's expired, I still grab it up because these always usually still bring in a decent amount of profit. This one in particular should be able to get at least $30 for this one. I think the warranty expired in 2019 for this one, so not too old, but like I said, I just try to disclose that in the description. Here is some Bose, just some Bose brackets, and as you guys know, I've been finding a ton of Bose stuff in my thrift store since I moved to Arizona. I haven't been finding too many speakers lately. I'm sure people are just probably not donating them as much as they once were because I was finding them just about every day. But these brackets should bring in about $20 a piece. So $3.50 for one of these. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab all of these up. And like I said, the majority of the stuff that sells on eBay is under $30. So when I find stuff like this, especially for a good price and it's brand new, I just grab them up all day long. So here is another crazy find. As soon as I walked into this Goodwill, I just seen these Gucci shoes sitting on the counter. And as soon as I seen that price tag, I just knew that these weren't for me. Mainly because I don't think these are legit. Drop a comment if you guys think these are real. But for me, it just looks like a really good pair of fakes. The dead giveaway for me was just that 43 sticker on the back. I just know Gucci usually wouldn't put those cheap kind of stickers on the back to display the sizing. That's the only giveaway for me, but of course I could be wrong. So if you guys think these were legit, drop a comment, let me know. Craftsmanship was pretty good, so the fakes nowadays just tend to get really good. But here was something that you guys need to pay close attention to. I tell you guys about these Keen shoes all the time, but this particular pair was missing the sizing information on the inside, and I ended up picking up a pair a few days ago that didn't have the size tag, so I ended up returning them. But now anytime I pick these shoes up, I always make sure the size tag is there just so I don't have to waste my time. So definitely do that. Definitely keep that in mind, I should say. So here was a pair of Adidas Super Skates. These don't have a ton of resale value at all. The colorway was pretty clean. I do like the colorway, but overall these didn't have strong comps at all. So ended up passing on these, and they were asking $20. So if something like this, probably somebody will pick these up for their personal collection. Here was another really cool find. Came up on a pair of Skechers rollerblades, and I've sold a pair of these in the past. So just from previous experience, I know that these have a decent amount of resale value. As you guys can see, the condition on these aren't the best. They definitely have some crumbling and some cracking on the leather, but that's mainly just due to age. And the pair that I sold in the past, I sold those for about $80 with shipping included. So it is what it is. I'm still gonna grab these up because that other pair was in similar condition to this, so I'll probably get right around the same amount of money for this pair. So next up, came up on this 511 tactical vest, and this one was actually brand new with tags, and the comps on eBay were pretty good. I know the retail value for this is right around $90, so I'll probably sell mine for around 60 or 70.
and hopefully this sells.
Alright y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and also let me know which one of these was your favorite find of the day. One thing I didn't even mention in the video, when I showed those Jordan 1s, I actually picked up 3 graphing calculators. I think they were all TI-84s, and those already sold for $60. So anytime I find those, they'll always usually sell within 24 hours. So that was my personal favorite find within today's trip to the thrift. But like I said, drop a comment, let me know which one is your favorite, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
For the winner, cause you felt like you was losing, only for the winner. Mood just to keep from cooling, like only for the winner, only for the winner, only for the winner. Boy, my heart is cold, and I'm too cool to sweat it. I should've never offered it. I'm tight and now I'm off this shit.